Yeah. You in the convo now. Yeah. Don't just listen. Welcome to the convo. You lucky even tune in. Southgate raised me. Now I'm talking to the ruins. Built from pain, stitch faith into ambition. Now my words turn broke dreams into commissions. Every scar got a story. Every L was tuition. This the voice of them nights I was wishing. Yeah.
Yep.
Lesson to legacy. My lesson to legacy. The people lesson to legacy. The conversation, where we get that guapito. Amen.
Amen. It's pretty ready.
Hey, listen. By time this show come out, pretty show aired on Johnny to Connect.
One time.
My man. 2026. We coming back.
It's a different ball game.
Man, it's a whole different ball game. See, because, we have like real live people, real live situations.
And we're evolving in the process.
Real live situations and real live conversations. You understand what I'm saying? And I love it, because I feel like every time I do an interview, it also be somebody that's not only family, which that's a big plus, but it also show though how a lot that my family went through. But it's also people that's been connected to me in some kind of way. Whether it's through prison, death, celebration, but the guest that I have today, before I introduce him, I'm going to tell you a story. No, as a matter of fact, I'm going to introduce him first, because it ain't about me. Here we go, my cousin, Alan.
Peace and blessings, y'all. How y'all doing? Peace and blessings, everybody. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I called you Alan, right? But what is the name you go by?
I go by Ras-Solomon Tafari. I had changed my name years ago when I adopted the Rastafarian faith. So I go by just Solomon, but I changed my name to Ras-Solomon Tafari.
All right. So do you feel it's disrespectful if a person, still call you Alan?
I don't, but most people call me Solomon. I don't feel, because people know me from before I previously changed my name, so it don't really make a difference. I prefer to go by Solomon, but people call me Alan. Usually just family, close family and friends call me that, so it's still the same person, so it's cool.
Okay. But before I really introduce my cuz, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story that y'all probably heard before, but just to connect the dots real quick on the situation. So when I was hustling out Bayside, I ended up going to this hotel. Me and a partner of mine. I was like 16. And I ended up getting caught at the hotel with some work in my partner car. I had some work in the car, he had some work in the car. We both went to trial. But in the mix of that, I got taken to TDH. And I was like 16.
What's TDH again?
TDH is Tidewater Detention Home Center, for juveniles.
Okay.
So that was my first time getting locked up. And I remember them, kicking in the hotel. And they ended up taking us down to TDH. And when we got in TDH, we got separated. And in TDH, they put you in a room and make you strip down to just your drawers. And I'm talking about the tighty whities. They give you some little tighty whities. You got to leave your socks or whatever, with your t-shirt, your boxers, and your socks and your shoes. You got to leave them out the door, and you just go in the little room.
By yourself?
That's where I walk in the room and I see my cousin. in his drawers. I see him sitting there in his underwear. I'm talking about, I'm 16. I walk, it's my first time being locked up now.
Right.
I walk in the room and I see Cuz and I see him in his drawer. I immediately got, I don't want to say I got scared, but I was like, Lord have mercy. Like, this is crazy. Like, two boys is in the room together in their drawers. And I saw Cuz. You remember that?
I remember, for real, I remember a little differently though, because
tell me, because you know, I messed the story up.
You came in, you was in there, and then you seen me, you told the staff, yo, that's my cousin, put him in the room with me. I had been to TDH, Tidewater Detention Home, probably about 2 or 3 times before, because I was kind of familiar with it. So you told him, yo, put him in the cell with me, be cousins, and he did that.
Oh, so I was there before you?
Yeah.
God damn, see? So I was in my drawers first?
Yeah.
God damn.
So you told him to put in the cell, so they ended up putting us in the cell together. So
Damn.
that's how that went down.
Wow. Do you know what? Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
All he had was underwear and a pair and some cards, some card games, some little cards they would give us. So
Man,
Oh my gosh.
so take me back. So when you came in there, is you over there laughing? What you laughing? Because I was in my drawers first.
How could you forget that?
I was in there too on a drug charge too. And you came in there, we was chopping it up. You was telling me like, you know, what happened, the hotel and everything. We started kicking it and playing cards and stuff like that. And you was like, man, I'm going to court. You know, and I was just explaining how it was in TDH because I've been there about 2 or 3 times before. So I was just explaining that.
Oh, that wasn't your first rodeo?
Nah.
Oh, shoot, man.
He been off the porch.
Man, I'm thinking you. I'm thinking you scared coming in there. I'm trying to be big cuz.
You said I have been there. But the thing is, man, and I don't even know if you noticed this, but a lot of part of my family, my aspect of my personal family things, you didn't know I was going through. Like, you know, I didn't really have a lot of support, man. But I think you sensed that because your mom and pop used to come to visit. I think it was every Tuesday and Wednesday. And I never got a visit. And I think you felt that. So you always go there and you come back to the visit, come back to the cell, you be like, yo, my pop said, what's up, man? My mom said, what's up? You always tell that because I think, you know, you was feeling like, damn, cuz I don't never get no visit. And I think one time you asked, could I be seeing with your family? And it was like, nah. But I always felt that, man. That's enough respect, man, because I didn't have that support. And you made sure that I felt some type of love, man. So I appreciate that. And there was other incidents, too, that you showed love. We'll get into that a little later, though. But.
Yeah, so so tell me this, because it's about you right now, right? So when you came in there, you said that was your, like, second, third rodeo.
Yeah.
Well, what I can explain that, though, like, how did you catch that charge right there? Like, where was you at?
I was out the beach that time. I was out the beach, man. I was out Campus East area, Bayside area, and sold to an undercover, and they locked me out. And it's crazy because at the time, man, I had been homeless, man, since I was 13. But I was staying with an aunt at that time. And, you know, she told a mutual acquaintance they was hustling, hit him on, give him some money. He can't stay with me for free. So I got rushing to try to get some money. School time coming up. I'm trying to get school clothes. So I ended up selling to an undercover. They locked me up. They was going to release me to my aunt, but she was like, nah, he can't come back here.
After she turned you on.
Yeah. So that's how that went.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So I ended up locked up, man. And it's crazy because you was like, man, you had a lawyer and everything. You was like, man, I'm going home. I'm going home. They're going to give me probation. And I was like, man, I ended up going upstate to juvenile prison. And I remember that time, you know, I'm going home. And then one day was prolonging it. You said, I'm supposed to be going today. Then there was something happened. You was going the next day. You like, cuz, do you want me to go home? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, but that's how I went, man, you know.
Yeah, because did you used to go out for rec?
Yeah, we used to go to the little gym and play basketball.
We used to go to play basketball. Like, I remember running across some guys. I'm talking about some tough guys. They were from Portsmouth. And one of the crew leaders, the top dude, his name was TW.
TW, yeah.
Man, he used to bully all them dudes.
Yeah.
Dude from Portland, little black dude, 90 hair. Afro, right? But to a point, like, at first, like, he was trying to, like, intimidate us, right? But then he saw that me and Cub was together, we weren't gonna punk down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me and dude got cool.
Yeah.
Man, he started telling me how, man, he was like, man, I'm out here robbing everything. I was like, what? Man, it's to a point that they was already been up the road, jail and all. Like, this shit was like nothing to them. You know what I'm saying?
This is a walk in the park.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, yo, these dudes is coming back. Like, for one,
This
they
is
might
what
not
they
get
do.
out.
Yeah,
you know what I
this
mean?
is what they do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But so shout out to TW. I don't know if he still around or what, locked up or what. So when I end up leaving, what ended up happening to you? Did you end up beating the charge?
No, I ended up going to juvenile prison to a place called Hanover.
For how long?
I stayed there for like, they sentenced me to 8 to 9 months, what they sentenced me months. I went there, and then they transferred me like my last 3 months to it's like a juvenile work release program called Bonaire near Richmond, Virginia. And I stay there. You'll go there and you'll work, and then save up your income, and then you get released. So that's what I did.
How old was you?
I was 16 then. 16. Yeah.
So tell me this. So already when you was going through that right there, right? Was it in your mind frame of with being so young and going through all that, and you felt like that was nothing because your second, third rodeo? Was you already thinking, yo, when I get out, I'm gonna do the same thing?
I really wasn't, man. To be honest, I really wanted to walk a straight path. Man, I hate being locked down. I ain't gonna tell you a lie. I hated it, man. But it's the thing is that I felt I had a necessity because my mother abandoned me when I was 13. She was living in Portland, Oregon, and Brooklyn, New York. So I was down there and I met an older woman. She took me in, which I had a son by. She was 34. I was 15. She had 5 kids, you know what I mean? So she pretty much gave me the game. She used to hold coke for, I ain't gonna say his name, but a big drug dealer out from Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? She would pinch a little bit of his work, 8-ball here, quarter here, like, yo, sell this, get on your feet, you know what I'm saying? So
that was after you came home?
Yeah, but actually before I came home, you know what I'm saying? Because I was hustling to try to help. She had 5 kids. At first it started off with just get on my feet, then it started off like, okay, you gotta help me and my kids. So when I came home from the juvenile thing, I worked, I had a little letter say I worked at McDonald's. I was like, okay, I'm going a straight route. I hated being locked up. So, I had I had like $640 saved up. So I asked her, I was like, yo, how much money do you need? Any bills or something paid? She was like, yeah. She said, how much you got? I said, $640. I said, how much you need? She said, all of that. Like, then again, I was like, okay, let me go buy me some work, man, to get back to hustling.
So hold on. So how old was you?
I was like 16 then.
And she was?
She was like 34, 35.
God damn, boy.
Wow. I got my oldest son is by her, man. My oldest son is 30. It's by her, you know what I'm saying? She from Harlem, she a hustler, you know what I mean?
So like, now my mind is foggy when it comes to this. But when I left, I just felt you just went away. Like, but did we have any dealings after when you came home?
Yeah, we did. I'll never forget, man. I remember everything like an elephant, yo. When we was locked up, man. I never forget, I was locked up. You said, cuzzo, when I get home, I'm gonna write you. And I never forget, man. I ain't trying to glorify the drug dealer life, but you wrote me, you was like, yo, exact words, you said, cuzzo, I'm up to 2 zones now. I'm on the green Hirachis. So I got the Hirachi. I'm up to 2 ounces now. You know what I mean?
So shout out to the green Hirachi. Yeah. I remember them. Yeah. I remember them, boy. I thought I was the shit.
That's what he told me. I'm saying.
Hold on. I was like, hey, but hold on. So I was up to 2 ounces.
Yeah, that's what you wrote me last man. I'm up to 2 ounces now. You know what I mean? You said I got the green Hirachis. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they not read like when you receive letters? Do they?
In juvenile, they really won't read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
more.
When you came out.
So when I came out, man, I was really back to hustling. I was messing with my son mother family. They from New York. He was getting money. I was messing with them for a while. And they had a little drop and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just hearing this hustling. And then I forgot how me and you start linking up. We start linking up. You know what I mean? You wasn't the big G's. Everybody knew you. Then you was kind of still getting money. You know what I'm saying? Driving a little act. A little
man,
stuff like that. No, first of all, I was in a Nissan.
Yeah.
Nissan Sentra.
Nissan Sentra. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was getting hustling and stuff like that. And I always, you know what I'm saying? I end up getting popped. It was my 18th birthday. I'll never forget, man. And you had gave me some work prior to that. You know what I'm saying? It was my 18th birthday. I got knocked off out of Atlantis. And this was my first time in adult jail. So I'm like, damn, they gave me a bond. But I was like, I ain't got nobody I can rely on. Who gonna get me out? I thought I was stuck.
You got knocked off of my work.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
And I got locked up. And I was like, damn, man, who gonna come and get me out? I was just sitting there. And then one day, the Joker said, McCray, B&B? I was like, what that mean? Everybody's like, yo, that mean you bonding out. You bonding out. I was like, y'all got the wrong person because I ain't had nobody to hold me down, man. Then it was you. They walked me downstairs. It was you. Yeah, I'll never forget you had a green velour tracksuit on, man.
Ain't had the Rochers no more.
I ain't sitting on the Rochers.
Yeah.
And my some others was with you, and you hold up. I was like, damn, man, thanks for getting me. And you held up your hand. You was like, cuz, I know how I felt locked up, man. I'm gonna leave you there like that.
We get ready to cry.
And that's how you did. And for real, man, then you drop me off at my some other crib. I'll link up when you drop me off, man. You told me, say, come to the spot, man. I left something for, I'm gonna leave something for you. You had a little apartment on Tidewater Drive, you and another brother. You know what I'm saying? I came there a couple of days later, man. You wasn't there, but you left something for me, man. And that was that. You left me some work, start hustling, get on my feet. I was out on bond for a year. I had a lawyer. I don't even know if you had a lawyer, but it was a lawyer named Gregory Wright.
That was my lawyer.
Yeah, he was your lawyer.
Yeah,
so check this out.
Case.
So I had a lawyer, Gregory Wright.
Look, but he took me back.
Yeah, real talk, because you had a partner. He told me, Joshua Bang, a partner named Joshua Bang, he was like, yo, man, that lawyer like Matlock, me and Tony had him. He said like Matlock. Real talk. So I get real talk. So I feel comfortable with the lawyer, you know what I'm saying? The lawyer
absolutely.
they ain't got no evidence on me. They just got people saying I sold to them, no evidence on me. So I'm gonna show it, I'm gonna beat the joint. But unknown to me, I didn't know if you got certain things because I'm new to the adult system.
Hold on. Real quick, and I'll let you.
Go ahead.
I want you to remember that story real quick. I just got to say this. One, before I get into my lawyer, you got to understand, right? That feeling of when we was in TDH with our drawers on and all that, and he was in there with me. That's the whole thing. I was like, I got to make sure he all right. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah. It's just gonna get kind of emotional because even, man, he just don't know that the joint here affected me, real talk.
I should have brought you up here, nigga.
But it's real. It's real. This
you
is
needed
real,
this.
though, man.
You needed this.
But my lawyer, so we must have had that conversation, and I ended up getting my lawyer because my daddy ended up getting me that lawyer, right? So on my case, like when I told you, I got probation. So you have to understand, I put my drugs, inside a napkin, in a white napkin. And I had it under the car seat of the car, on the driver's side. And so they was trying to put me with the car, saying that the drugs was mine on the passenger side because I came with my homeboy. And said, I guess I don't know if they found his on him or whatever. So instead of them saying, or trying to saying that that's mine, is it gonna be mine or it's gonna be my homeboy because it's his car, right? But I told him, I said, well, I don't want to even play that game on putting it on him. You know what I'm saying? Me walking, I said, we got to figure out another way, right? They tried to say that they got my fingerprints off a napkin. Man, when I tell you he spanked that junk so crazy, right? He could have had beat it, but he had to play the game, right? But he was so vicious that he even told me straight up. This guy told me straight up. He said that they got to stick me with something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just want me to just walk clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was a vicious lawyer though.
Yeah, but with me, I had a different experience of him because I stuck with him because I know y'all were like he Matlock and everything. Like they call the man Matlock, so I'm like, all right,
he railroaded.
Yeah,
I put a railroad.
The man railroaded me.
I put a railroad. Now I feel like he railroaded me. Now I feel like he railroaded me.
So, I'm young. This is my first adult charge. So but look, I don't know that you don't take. And he didn't tell me this. I didn't know if you got a drug charge, man, you don't take a jury trial. I didn't know that whatever a jury recommend, you're going to get that. For a jury recommend 40 years, the judge going to go by what the jury said. And the difference is that if you have a judge trial, you have guidelines, the judge going to have to go by the guidelines. So I didn't know that, and the lawyer didn't explain to me. So I'm like, okay, I had a drug charge as a juvenile, so I'm thinking they could bring that back up. So I'm like, shit, I need a jury trial. They don't know nothing about it. And he told me, yeah, they wouldn't know about your past, so a jury be good. So I get a jury trial, man. Them jokers said,
They always
jokers
know
said
about your
20
past.
years.
Yeah.
Yo, found me guilty, say 20 years, man. So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean?
So why
Just
they
based
find you
off
guilty?
your
Why you feel-
past?
They found me guilty based on the testimony of the officers. And they didn't even have no fingerprints on me, but based on that. And then once they found me guilty, the prosecutor said, and this is his second drug charge to the jury. And later on down the years, I seen I somehow got some of the jury's addresses, and one of them lived in a drug area. So I'm like, damn, of course you're going to convict me. That's how it went down.
You got one of the drug. What you mean?
It's like I had got, my lawyer sent me, it's called, what was
Discovery?
it called? Discovery, the motion of discovery. And
Yeah.
I seen it, and it had some of the jury address. And one of them,
Damn.
her address
Wait,
was
oh,
right where,
wow.
where everybody hustle at. So I was like, of course.
He's a gun. You got that? He's a gunner.
So I'm looking at it like, okay, she probably like, I'm cleaning up my community. This one of them got me off the street. So
And Mr. Wright sold you out.
yeah, he saw
Damn, man. And man, he sold me out, man. Yo,
Yeah.
Mr. Wright sold me out, man. Yo.
But I'm gonna be real, man.
Easy.
What kept me going, man, and I'm gonna be real. What happened was that I was like, okay, you got to appeal. Even he was telling me you can appeal. So I'm like, okay, ain't nobody gonna confine me. I'm gonna win on appeal. So I'll hold on to that, man. And I talked to you. I was like, man, cuz I need a lawyer. You kept saying, I'm gonna get you a lawyer. I don't know what happened, but as time went by, I never got a lawyer, man. But my son mother ended up getting a lawyer, but they shot my appeal down, shot the second, and then reality started to hit like, damn, man, I could be here for some years, you know what I'm saying?
So you wanted a lawyer to get back on your
to
case.
get back on my case. I finally did get one later on.
So hold on. So let's
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah.
Hold on. So let's go
Yeah.
back. So let's go back. So how did you catch that charge?
Out of Atlantis one night. I was hustling out of Atlantis one night.
And how you get caught?
I didn't even get caught, man. Really, they arrested me one night as a suspicion for something. Then they let me go, and then they said they found drugs in the vehicle, and I was the last occupant of the vehicle. They did fingerprints. My fingerprints couldn't be found on nothing. They still found me guilty. That's why I was
So
like,
they got you found guilty off of
Wrongfully.
hearsay because of the
off
cop.
hits. Yep. And that's why I was so adamant. I thought I was gonna beat the case. Like, yo, I'm gonna beat the case. So that's what happened, man. I would never thought I would spend 18 years of my life on that.
Because I mean,
Oh, my
man,
There
he
was
was
8 grams of cocaine, like a value of $700.
Mm.
and they gave 20 years.
20 years.
Because like
Mm.
I remember, like I'm talking about, he used to come see me so faithfully, right? And I remember going out. I think it was the Outlet Hills, right?
Yep.
At the time.
Yep.
And so you said me and you was talking, because I don't want to duck this.
Mm.
So you said me and you was talking. So we was talking faithfully on the phone?
Yeah, I used to call you. At the time, I was in receiving unit. When you go to your main prison, they put you in like what they call receiving of the process and stuff like that.
Mhm.
See what custody level you're gonna be. And I used to call you there, and you was like, "Cuz, I'm working on the lawyer. I was like, all right. I was waiting then.
So did you ever call me back? Did we ever talk again? Or what, did I change my number?
Somehow I lost contact with you.
Oh, okay. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Now we get somewhere.
Somehow I lost contact with you, and I was like, my son mother ended up getting a lawyer, and I still lost the appeal, so I ended up being stuck.
Oh, so okay. Because 'cause when you said like ain't get the lawyer, whatever. Some I don't know. I could definitely I don't remember that.
But I will say this, man. I ain't never tell you this in 20 years, man. But you was my hero, bro. When you came in there and bought me out, man, I'll never forget that. And I get emotional, man, because I ain't had nobody, man. You was my hero, bro. And it's another person, man, that helped me through a lot of this, man. Joshua Bang, man.
Your good brother.
He's a good brother,
Bang.
man. But I was in receiving with him.
One of the best.
I was in receiving with him. He was Cuzzo right hand man. He was just an acquaintance, but he was more of your right hand man.
Yeah.
And when I was in receiving one, he said, Cuzzo, man, I know you ain't got nobody. When I get out, I got you. But people tell you so many lies, man, in prison. I don't believe them. You know what I mean? Like people tell you I'm gonna hold you down, don't hear nothing from them.
So I'm gonna tell you, and I learned that from Joshua Bang, right? Ain't gonna lie, I learned that from Joshua Bang because he was, like I said, like probably even till this day, he probably still look out for somebody in prison. You know what I mean? Because he was one of the first of us who actually went to jail. I mean, I remember Jason, went, but he was one of the first ones who that I really knew that went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To be somebody close to me. And when he came home, whoever was locked up, he used to make sure that he hit him. You know what I mean? But while they in jail. And he'll be taking care of like 20 people. And he used to have all the money orders and all that and sitting there, I'm looking at that. But me, like, I didn't have the time for that. Like, my mind frame was like, yo, send a person to me, or I can go give it to your girlfriend or something like that. Whether they do with it, they do with it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't, you know what I mean? I won't structure like that. But he used to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
But far as you like, so I was like on the type time though, when I saw you in there, same way we was talking about off camera, when I got locked up in Hampton one time, and you said you ran across a dude who actually said that he had met me in Hampton.
Yeah, he said you got locked up on a weed charge or something. He was like, yo, man, I got you, man, when I get out. He was like, everybody say the same thing. He said, seen you get out. He said you was bonding out, man. He said you came through, had a mink on. like he had a mink on. He was like, then you start sending him money. He was like, yo, he said he was a real dude.
Because when I got there, that man fed me. You know what I'm saying? When I walked in, I sat with him. He gave me what he gave me. He said they kicked it. I think he was saying he was from like Queen Street or something.
Yeah, Shell Road.
Shell Road. Yeah, he was from Shell Road.
Hampton.
Real dude. So when I left him, I was like, damn, I got to make sure that dude's straight. I seen Josh doing that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And now at this time, I'm getting locked up, so I know the feeling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know the feeling. Like when Joshua Bang was doing that, he knew the feeling of being in there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know that feeling. That's why I'm looking at him like, man, he's sending money over there. Like, no, them people don't got nobody to go send. Like, you know what I mean? That's just how my mind was until I got in it. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, the brother Josh, he don't like me to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because he under low tide. He don't like the accolades.
He got a podcast though. So that you actually own. So he was wanting to be
definitely
that.
Shout out to him, man. But he actually may have saved my life, man. Because like I said, I was in receiver. I didn't have nobody. He was like, man, when I get home, I'm gonna look out for you. He had to do a bid in Jersey. He had another bid he had to do in Jersey. Maybe 5 years. So it took me 3 years to write him after he got released because I was being lied to. And the first letter he wrote me, the brother sent me like $500 and some pictures. Like, yo, I got you, man. And at the time, I was in the hole, solitary confinement. I don't know if y'all know what that's like, but you literally locked down 23 hours.
You got to get in there.
Yeah, and I didn't have nobody, man. I was feeling depressed, man. This brother started sending me money. I was like, I'm in this hole doing nothing. I want to do something, man. He paid for me to take a college course, get a paralegal degree. He would just write me, send me pictures and money all the time, man. So
yeah. So check this, man. Shout out to Joshua Bang again, man. 'Cause like I said, that's a real one, man. You end up getting this 20 years, and you feeling railroaded.
Yeah.
Right. So you get receiving, and you land in your first spot. Right.
Yeah.
So when you get there, not only what was going through your mind, but like what exactly happened?
When I get to receiving, I'm just going through the process. And the thing is that, you may be separated from, like Norfolk and Richmond and all this beefing, but you kind of get together with people when you're receiving. So it was like brothers from Plaza, down the Beach Bayside area, I would click with them. But in the receiver, I just started reading, learning, you know what I'm saying? Try to make the best of it. So that's when you're going through a process of just most people spending. I spent a lot of time in the law library trying to get out, you know what I'm saying? Researching things like that. But receiving you only stay there for maybe 6 months or more. 6 months.
So you went to your spot.
Yeah, then I'll go to my spot. I went to Southampton. Yeah, which during that time is considered a gladiator school, you know what I mean? They had most of the young people there, you know what I mean? So I was in Southampton, but...
And how old was you then?
Yeah, I was 18, 19,
then,
yeah.
So you're 18, 19, and you're in Southampton. So how was your first couple of weeks?
My first couple of weeks there was kind of chill. Like reality ain't really hit me that. I'm still holding on to the fact that maybe I can get out on appeal. So it ain't really hit me. I'm spending my time watching TV, walking around a rec yard, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I really wasn't taking it serious because I'm holding on to, I'm going to go ahead and get this appeal. But, that's just, it's kind of like a lot of times in prison, people do things, keep up with sports and everything to distract from the reality that you're here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I was in that mode, just trying to deny that what was actually that I'm going to be here, so.
Yeah. So I see you got the dreads in this picture.
Yeah.
Right? But was that South Hampton?
Now, that was actually, I think that was Wallen's Ridge. So when I get into prison, I've always been a seeker of knowledge. I don't know if you remember, but back in the days, man, when I used to always pursue knowledge. And I remember when the older brothers in our community, man, was telling us about the gods, and especially when Wu-Tang came out, we all started studying 120.
Yep.
Even I used to come to the spot and be like, yo, cuzzo, I gave you a book one time, Message to the Black Man. You know what I mean? Like, read this. So I was always...
And I used to read it too.
I was
on my lessons.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
remember my
studying
lessons?
120, you know what I'm saying? So I was always big on studying, but, I was always interested in Rastafari because growing up, everybody had locks, everybody listened to reggae. So I was always, into that. So when I get to prison, I actually learned the philosophy and the tenets of it and adopted it as a way of life, you know what I mean? So I start growing my locks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I actually used to have dreads. You remember I had dreads?
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
I seen it. Yeah.
I actually was trying to find a picture with it because my daughters don't believe it. They're like, Dad, you never had hair. You know what I mean? But that's what I grew up. I grew up Rasta. You know what I mean? Like all us. That was our thing. Like still to this day, I love reggae way more than I would like rap music.
Listen, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't rap is like, you know what I mean? Hit or miss with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we love some Rasta.
Yeah.
So even when I got to prison, it was the thing of I ain't had to pick no religion. You know what I mean? But you want to get with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I won't like with gangs and all that kind of stuff. So I went and picked Rasta once I first got to Gilmer. You know what I'm saying? You seen the pictures with the crown on?
Yeah, I seen it.
What was you thinking when you saw that?
Like, cuz I got locks on. You was bigger too, yeah. Cuz I got locks.
Yeah. But I went in that, it won't till I turned Muslim when I got into to Berlin, you know what I mean? Shoot, knives and stuff started coming out. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Let me go over there.
Yeah.
But I ain't do that for that though. I was on some fast and stuff, and it was actually spiritual.
Yeah.
But it was a thing at the time. Like I said, when I was locked up. So I can imagine you with 20, you know what I'm saying? I almost did 10, you know what I'm saying? So my mental was like off the chain, you know what I mean? Because and then I feel like even with me doing that 8.5, which I said in the interview that's ready to come out, I only feel like I only really did 3.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just know I can't never go back and sell drugs again.
That's right.
But as far as having my mind right, I didn't get my mind right in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I came home on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that first 5 years, it was like me trying to figure it out, right? So I know, excuse my language, I know I'm fucked up. But then, you know what I'm saying? I'm a whole lot better today than I was yesterday, but I'm being dead ass. It's like how I feel now. I've been through so much, even from being home for these 8 years, 8, 9 years, whatever. I don't even know how long I've been home. But I feel so much better today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying that I got it all figured out, but I got some of it figured out.
You're one step closer.
One step closer. So they sentence you to 20 years.
20.
And you already feel like you've been slighted. You know what I'm saying? And you about to go and do these 20 years and you hoping you get back on the pill. So that's how you actually going around the compound. Dread swinging, growing up in Rasta, and then you get a hit with
denial.
Denial.
And to be honest, I think going into the Rastafari faith or finding something religious or spirituality I can hold on to help me make it through that, the reality of like I'm in this situation. And that's what practicing that faith actually strengthened me and kept me going. I think that's really sustained me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I started learning like meditation and yoga, and I just started implementing those
But
things.
why did you start learning all this stuff though? Like you in prison walking around free.
Because I think it was a way to deal with the inner pain, man, the lack of support. You know what I'm saying? Not having nobody there. It was like a mechanism too. You know what I mean? that's what I gravitate. Some people gravitate towards sports or whatever, but mine was into spirituality, religious. So that's what kind of what kept me going, to be honest.
But so and did those dreads that you actually grew back?
Yeah. No, I never cut them. That's before I cut them. That's before I cut them.
So you cut your dreads in prison?
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain. Yeah, I cut them because in 1999, while I was in prison, the prison system came out with a grooming policy saying, okay, we gotta all inmates gotta cut their hair and cut their beards. And I was like, nah, I can't do that. I'm rostered.
So hold on. So what year was this?
That was 1999 when they came out with the grooming policy.
So 99. And what year did you first get to prison?
I came into prison like 96, 97.
So you did 3 years on the compound?
Yeah.
One compound. You said you went to Wallace Ridge.
No, I went to went to Southampton. I went to Lawrenceville. When I was in Lawrenceville, that's when they came out with the grooming policy.
All right, so the policy come out when you go on Lawrenceville.
That's right.
And so they going around saying everybody got to cut their dreads.
Yep, they give us a particular date, a picture of how you supposed to look. Bald face with a bald head. Like by this date, you got to be in compliance.
And this how you look?
Yeah, nah, my locks weren't that long. My locks weren't that long at the time.
So they weren't that long, but you had the beard and you had all that.
Yeah.
So how was the energy around the compound?
So the energy, everybody was like, man, we bucking that. We ain't doing that. So I was like, all right, but as the day got closer, I seen everybody with fades and, I see with froze, like, yo, what the hell? So I was looking like, yo. Real talk, so I mean the die harder roster.
Niggas start coming up, boy. Niggas start coming up and he ready to get serious. He ready to get real serious. He ready to get serious in there.
I mean a die hard roster from Jamaica. Yo, I'm not bound to Babylon. Yo. Oh, look, yo, man, I had to plead. So real talk. So look. So on the day I found the compliance, man. So they start bringing in everybody one by one in the hole. So I'm like, yo, this is my first time.
Hold on.
Yeah.
One by one in the hole.
Yeah, so they was going to each unit, seeing if they want compliance. If not, they was putting your handcuffs and bring you to the hole, right? So I was looking like, damn. I was one of the first ones they grabbed, right?
So hold on, Rick. I got to ask you again. So
what?
But before they come in and start grabbing people, did you have any discussions with any other inmates who were really like, nah, come on, let me bucking?
Yeah, everybody, man, like, cause we used to have roster classes, like, we used to have roster worship sessions there. And about 50 people used to come.
The yard man.
So all the 50 said, man, we ain't cutting. It was the guards and herbs, a lot of the guards and herbs, we support each other. They was like, we ain't cutting, man. So I was looking at them, I was like, yo. And so they was first, the PCLs used to be like, yo, you gonna cut, y'all gonna cut. And everybody like, nah, man. So the day of compliance, when they came through the par, they had these uniforms or handcuffs. So I was looking at like, damn, I was the first one in the hole. So I'm looking out the window to see if I see anybody else I know come. Like, yo, where they at? You know what I'm saying? So it dawned on me like, yo, it just push come to shove. It was like me and another close brother of mine. He did multiple years in there with me. It was like 3 of us that I know that we did, that
out
time.
Of 50?
Yeah, or probably more than 50, yeah. That refused. All together, at the end of it, it was 10 people in the whole prison system of Virginia that stood up. It was only 10 of us.
No, 10 of y'all.
Out of thousands, yeah. It was only 10 of us.
So, did y'all got to talk?
Well, somewhat, because this Lawrenceville hole was, and this is my first time in the hole, so I'm scared to death, man, because I'm thinking Malcolm X movie, you in the hole, it's jet black, you don't know it's daytime. But this whole Lawrenceville hole was the most terrible hole I've been in, man, because you didn't know if it was daytime or nighttime. You just behind a solid door with like a little closed there, closed.
Oh my God.
And you didn't know they had unless you was by a skylight, like a sky roof, you didn't know if it was day or night.
Hold on. I gotta ask you a question. I gotta ask you a question. And I'm dead air. I gotta ask you a question. So, did you think at any time that they were gonna come and let you out?
Nah,
like just come and say, all right, man, we just joking to see what
to be honest,
see what
man,
y'all gonna do.
To be honest, because before it even implemented, I was like, man, we're gonna get a lawyer. Everybody was talking about this lawsuit, they can't do this. So I was like, okay, the lawyer's gonna gonna help us. You know, somebody gonna help us. They were like,
well, hold on. But the question is,
Oh my God.
But the question is, how many people did you see? Clean face start walking past out of the 10.
Almost everybody, man.
It started breaking down.
Breaking down everybody, man. Then they be like, man, my kids, man, I had to do it for my kids. You know, my kids, my visiting, you know, everybody had excuses. I was like, damn.
I'm telling you, them guys thought that them people was gonna come back and say, hey man, we gonna compromise with like something was gonna
something gonna give.
Something gonna give.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that they were bigger than the program.
Yeah.
When you think you're bigger than the program, this is what you get.
Yeah.
You get put in a jail inside a jail. Like, bro, I did 3 months I did 3 months in that junk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I did 3 months there and then did some more than know. I'm still terrified of that. Like, I have to leave the door open right now. I can't shut the door as I sleep. It don't got nothing to do with being like scared or I guess do something scared. I don't know. I don't want to be reminded of the door shutting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like me shutting with the door. I can't do that. If I wake up and that door is shut, I'm liable to go crazy.
But you so right, man, because to be honest, man, I was diagnosed with PTSD, man, because of my experience, man. You know, the trauma, man. Like, my wife never understood this day. Like, my kids be screaming or she's screaming. I be like, yo, man, I go off. Don't scream.
Yeah.
And it's because I was in the hole, man. All you hear is banging on the door, screaming all day, man. People throwing feces on the hard. So I'm real clean, you know what I'm saying? And she don't understand this stuff, man. My wife don't understand, but these are triggers of how I live my life for so many years of my life, you know what I mean?
20 years of your life.
So, all right, so now, after the first month, did they let you back out?
Nah.
So you were still in after a month?
I was still in after a month, yeah.
So like what a year passed?
More than a year. I actually ended up being almost 10 and a half years.
10 and a half years what?
Did they come back and say, are you ready to cut them yet?
Yeah, they will always come back.
Hold on. 10 and a half what?
Years.
10 and a half years what?
In isolation. When I cut my hair.
10 and a half years in the hole.
Yep.
Hold on, bro. You did 10 and a half in Lawrenceville Hole in the box.
Nah, they would transfer me to different facilities, hole to hole. Like I've been to every prison in almost Virginia. I've been to Wallens Ridge with the DC snipers, all them. I was everywhere, but they would just transfer me to hole to hole.
You bypass. You won't there. You ain't get to see nothing.
Yeah, so I would just.
The father you saw was the bus trip.
So
you ain't get to see
why they would just transfer me to hole. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
I'll go to this prison, hole to hole. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest, man.
How long you stay in Lawrenceville?
I stayed in Lawrenceville
before they got you up out of there.
Like a little over a year in the hole there.
So like she said, so did they come to you and what did they come say?
Every now and then the CO might come and say, you want to cut your hair, man? I was like, nah, you know. So every now and then they would come and ask me, you ready to cut? You know, you can go out anytime. I'd be like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So you got used to it.
Yeah, I kind of.
And you were standing on business.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, that's what you call standing on business and belief.
Listen.
That's standing on business, but I would have said.
Listen.
But ball. Man, I would have never went back there though. I would have been in that line too. But before we get into that right there though, okay. So now you going to prison, right? Mm-hmm. You going by yourself to prison, or how many was left?
At that time it was just me and another guy. We would just go, and then we end up getting separated. But we would just go send us different prisons. Now I've been in prison the whole of this prison, whole of that prison. But one thing I would say, man, God always put people in my life to help me along the way. Even like when I was in the holes in the prison, I had some COs that was compassionate. They used to be like, man, we feel this wrong. Like everybody else been in the hole for fighting, stabbing, or whatever. They was like, man, you here for your religious reasons. So they respected me. A lot of times they would give me extra food, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, or you couldn't have no radio in there. They would sneak me and give me a radio so I could have some contact with the outside world.
Man, shout out, you man, to them.
So, yeah, so. And then one particular hole, they actually gave me a job in the hole, cleaning the floors of Greensville.
A job?
Yeah, like it's called a cell house. Yeah. So you just clean a unit. So I was there for 5 years, man. And I used to work there, so that helped me.
So you going from prison to prison.
Mm-hmm.
But they call in the feds, like when they put you in the hole, they put you on diesel therapy.
Yeah.
So that's basically what they had you in diesel therapy. But that was like, man, so you actually stayed more than, you did 10 and a half years, and it was broken up into how many prisons?
At least 7 or 8.
7 or 8 prisons.
Yeah.
So it kind of went fast to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but what was the mental struggle like? What were some of the things you was dealing with back there? Like, did it ever come across your mind like, man, let me go ahead and cut this shit?
A lot of times it did, man. I think the biggest struggle I had was I didn't have no support, man. Because like I said, I did 18 years, man, in prison, 16 without a visit, you know what I mean? No letters. So that emotionally, man, and depressively, that took a toll on me, man. And I would just write these organizations begging for a lawyer, somebody to help. And finally, the Virginia ACLU got involved and took up my case. So I had a big case here. You know, I had an expert witness from the Virgin Islands prison system, and we had a good case, man. We thought we was gonna win, but the Virginia prison system said if we let this one guy cut his hair, keep his hair, we gonna have these gangbangers, everybody else grow their hair, saying they religious, and they said nah, so they shut down the case. But at one point, the Virginia, I was all in the newspapers. If you just Google me, I was all in the media, and so the Virginia governor got involved. Was like, man, having this guy isolation like that is unethical, you know. So what they said what they're gonna do was we're gonna let him out of solitary confinement. So this is what they did. They let me out of solitary confinement, but they put me in a supermax security prison, man, where everybody got life never coming home. You know what I mean? So that's what they ended up doing. It was called Wallace Ridge. That's one of the worst prisons in Virginia, that and Red Onion. So they sent me there, and I was there, man, like maybe a little over a year. That's when I got attacked. I had a massive stroke. Yeah.
You got attacked?
So you got attacked in the hole?
Nah, because then once they transferred us to Wallace Ridge and the governor got involved, they start gradually letting us out the hole to try to get us reintegrated to like a society sentence. So by then...
So you're around people now.
Yeah, so then it was around people. They had a contract with the Virgin Island prison system. It's others, so...
But you're around violent criminals.
Yeah, but I'm around violent criminals.
You're the only one back there on religion.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they started letting us out maybe 2 hours a day in a little pod.
And you was little?
I was still small.
You weren't working out or none of that?
Nah, I used to do like pull-ups when I go to the shower or something like that, but they didn't really have nothing to exercise with.
So how did this guy attack you and why? Like, what was the...
That's crazy because the guy that attacked me, he was another, I ain't gonna say his name, but he's deceased now. But he had mental health issues that I didn't even know, and it was like a brother to me, man. So one day, he was serving the trays because they have workers serve the trays, and I was like, excuse me, bro, you gave me the wrong tray, man. And I turned my back. Next thing I know, I woke up unconscious, and I couldn't walk or nothing. And they told me, they said, he attacked you, man, and I couldn't believe it. And it was a guy I knew, like a brother, man.
So you said to him...
I said, excuse me, you gave me the wrong tray, and I turned my back. Next thing I know, I woke up unconscious.
Damn.
Just off?
Yeah. So that happened, and so I can't walk, man. So the COs, when they fight, they don't care what they throw you in a hole, the hole. So they was like,
you ain't even fight.
Yeah.
I ain't even fight. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so they got me, they like, man, get up.
So then you back in the hole.
Yeah, so they're like, get up. I was like, man, I can't walk.
What did he hit you with?
I don't know what he hit me with.
A tray.
Yeah, he hit me with something.
Yeah. Something.
But the thing is, so...
You never found out what he hit you with?
Right.
No, I never found out, man. But then they told me, it was like, get up and walk. The CLs was slamming because they real racist up there. And I was like, I can't walk, man. So finally, when they called the emergency personnel, they was like, man, this guy may have had a stroke because my speech was, I really couldn't talk. They were like, so they got me to, they took me to the hospital, and that's when they shipped me to another facility. So when they shipped me to another facility, it was like he had a stroke, man, and he need physical therapy. So the prison was like, he can't have physical therapy at the prison he at because it's a supermax prison. Only way he can have physical therapy is if he cut his locks. We'll keep him at the lower level. So after being in the hole for all them years, keeping my locks, and I end up cutting them so I could walk again. And the guy that attacked me, man, he ended up being released from prison proud of me, man. Came home, killed 4 people in the beach, man, down in the shootout with the police. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, so.
Dang, man, you got me. That's damn.
That's kind of how it went, man. But
so you in the hole and you can't walk in the hole?
Yeah. Can't walk, man.
So how long? And as you going through this, now they actually sent word to you, or they came and physically told you if you cut your hair. So that's how they use that.
They came and told me, physically told me, said, well, you know, the prison you at don't provide physical therapy because it's a supermax prison. You're gonna have to cut your hair and stay at a low level, deep metals, where they have physical therapy there. And that's how they used to do me. But even when I was in that facility, they kept me in the hole there. They used to let me out twice a week to do physical therapy.
After you cut your hair?
Before I cut my hair. They let me there. Before I cut my hair, they was like, okay, he can stay here and get physical therapy, then transfer back to the supermax prison.
So they gave you 2 choices. I don't understand. So they asked you, say, you can cut your hair.
And stay at because before, okay, so I had my locks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me to the physical therapy place for a short time. It was just supposed to be temporary till I can start walking again.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, okay, you can't be at the supermax prison and get physical therapy. So I was just supposed to be there, and then they felt I was well enough, they were supposed to transfer me back to the supermax prison. But I still wasn't walking. So I was like, man, y'all gonna send me back there in a wheelchair? They was like, if you cut your locks, you can stay here and continue to get physical therapy. So that's why I cut my locks.
Oh, so you can stay there instead of going back to the super job.
Right.
Wow, that's how they use it again.
And I was there, man. Then that's when it kind of got, because Deep Mountains is not too far, it's not like by Emporia. So it was there. I haven't had a visit for 16 years, but after I had that stroke, my mother came and seen me. You know, I started seeing her, and then I started having a normal prison experience, like going to visits every week. So that kind of helped, and I got to walking again with a cane. So
that's the blessing.
When they was cutting your hair, though, right? Cutting your locks and your facial hair. What was going through your mind then? Like, I mean, you was feeling like you're making the right decision, of course, because you didn't want to go back in that harmless, in that environment. But what was going through your mind, or during the decision process? How was you feeling, and how was that?
To be honest, I felt like I was giving up, man. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was hurt, man. I was really hurt, but then I was more so hurt by a brother of my own faith done this to me. That's what really hurt the most. Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Over just him having I ain't gonna say him having a bad day, because he, like you said, when he got out, he did, he did what he did. So he just had a problem, you know?
Yeah.
But do you look at it like you going through all that and doing 10 and a half years in the hole for you to be able to, just to have that one visit, you feel that was all worth it?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like it was all worth it in the sense that it made me who I am today. Because honestly speaking, man, if I would have went out there just with full mobility and things like that, my mind, like you said, your mind really wasn't right. So my mind would have been on like trying to get the next dollar, trying to fall in place with that, hustling, trying to get fast money. So I think that kind of slowed me down, man. It made me be who I am today. And I'm glad to say who I am today, man. Because when I sat there and that happened to me, I said, man, I want to make a change. I want to do something better for my life. I don't want this lifestyle. So it kind of, puts things in perspective for me, man. And I was just sitting there and say, I want to help. I want to do something with helping people. And somebody told me about something called FAFSA. Said, man, you can go to school, they'll pay for it, give you a grant or something. And I applied for FAFSA, and it came in the mail and said approved. I didn't know. I don't even know how to turn on the computer. They don't use computers like that.
Yeah, me neither.
And I just enrolled in college prior to getting home. And I just went home and went to Tidewater Community College. I didn't know how to turn on the computer. I put in for social work. I just been going since then, man.
I see you got your gun rights back.
Oh, yeah, I did. That's one of the things. Friend told me, you can get your gun rights back. I got all my rights restored back, and man, it's funny.
Firearmrestored.com.
Yeah, Firearm Restored.
Damn.
But it's funny, man, that it's crazy that I look at life now like hustling, living that fast life. I said, damn, it seemed like I accomplished more, living an honest life, working 9 to 5. Like I'm a licensed clinical social worker. You know what I mean? So I work with the homeless, mental health, that's the population, I do therapy, but it's like, damn, when I was hustling, I ain't had no house and none of this. Now I got 2 houses, wife, family, and it feel good, man. When you're in the street, you hustling, worry about who gonna rob you,
Shout out to the young ones, to your son and your daughter.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Little cousins.
So now I just feel good, man, to just have the normal life, man. So.
Yeah. So you got the chance to grow your locks back?
Yeah, I grew them back ASAP. Since I come here, I grew them back ASAP. You know what I mean? So.
Did they ever bring that back though, or do people have like in prison now?
It's funny because after I guess my sacrifice was worth it because now they did away with the grooming policy, and everybody got their locks back. And my brother told me, said, man, one person was telling me, was like, man, this girl like, it's this guy, man, stood up for everybody's rights, let people have dreads now. And now I got a nephew in prison system. He got his locks. He was like, thanks, Unc, man. So I guess it was all worth it, but at the time I didn't see it. Because at one time, I think I was telling you prior to the interview, man.
You did it for the people, man.
During the case, man, we had an ongoing litigation. They came to me, the DOC officials came to me and was like, yo, how about we just transfer you to the federal system? You won't have to comply. They don't have no grooming policy. I was like, nah, because I'm going to be selling out everybody in Virginia. And I didn't do it. So, and sometimes when this first happened to me, I was like, man, I was stupid. You know what I mean? I should have thought about myself, but, it's a learning experience.
Do you feel it was all worth it though? Just the whole experience?
Yeah, I feel it was worth it because it made me who I am today. And I still got a lot of growth, but,
Absolutely.
But how I look at it though, and I'm just saying this is me. And then, how I was quick to say, I would have shaved my joint off. Because me, it's all on how serious you really take that religion. If you for real, if you really take the religion as real. Because I look at it like, I just grow this shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I mean, that's what they want us to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's when you being bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, you know what I mean? So you can grow it back. Now, if it's something that, motherfuckers saying, yo, you take your arm. Niggas take everybody's arm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like, no, nigga, I'm going to stay back here in this hole forever. You're not taking my arm. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking no limbs. That's not going on. You know what I mean? All right, what you know what we do? We're going to take everybody big head. Everybody big head, take everybody big head. I'm not doing that. You know? Because that's... Well, I don't know. Let me think about that because you might get an implant. I'm just saying. Immediate. Because listen, the whole is different. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what that's what guys don't even people don't understand is when you get in trouble and you going to go do time and you going to prison or whatever, right? Is another level another level to prison that you can actually get into, and that's where your ass is going to sit.
Yep.
You can just go sit for investigation. Just an investigation.
Just because they don't want nothing to happen.
It's 3 months. 3 months you can sit in the hole for investigation, and then they got to come back and like rewrite it or something like that or whatever. I don't know if that's how. I don't know how that is in the state,
it's kind of.
But that's how it was in the feds. You know what I'm saying? Because I stayed in one time for investigation for 3 months on some bullshit.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about that. So, but yeah. So when you was in there though, me and your brother was rocking, man.
Yeah. I know he sold you a Lexus, I think. One time.
Yeah. A green Lexus. Because after the first one came out, the GS that came out, when Jay-Z was talking about it in Dead Presidents, I got that one, and then his brother ended up coming through when they changed the lens with the buggy eye, and that nigga came through, and I had the plain Jane, and I see him with the buggy eye. I was like, damn. And then it was like a competition thing. You know what I'm saying? And niggas really thought your car judged how much money that you actually have. You understand what I'm saying? That was the whole thing. No, damn well anybody can go get a car. You got good credit. Like, that's why like when somebody say, oh man, like they got a bad crazy car, that shit don't move me. You know what I'm saying? What? Anybody can get a car. You know what I'm saying? Or credit or, now your lifestyle might not match it. You know what I'm saying? And then you might be struggling to pay with it. But the whole thing is, you can go get cars. You know what I'm saying? So, but he had the buggy eye. New official jump. I said, oh shit, this nigga getting money. And I'm serving him.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the job. I'm like, damn. He doing something. Then one day he called, he said, you don't want Look at this joint.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand, bro. I thought, hey, it was over. You think Green Hirachis?
Yeah.
It was mean. But yeah, shout out to Tone, man. That's cuz. But yeah, man, I'm glad you're home, man. I'm glad you
Absolutely.
Appreciate
and
it.
you know, like I said, you stood on business, you stood on you stood on what you believed in. You know what I'm saying? And you still roster right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't feel slighted though in any way, like from you doing that far as with you and your high belief though, like how was that though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because my whole thing is, if you standing on not cutting your hair, right? Like, is that a thing of like how Christians do? God forgive me. You know what I'm saying? And it's done. You know what I'm saying? Is that like the same thing when it comes to roster and you not cutting it? What is the backlash or the sin or whatever for you going ahead and cut it?
I don't think it's so much of a backlash. I think that's with the individual and their creator. Like me, I don't think it's much of backlash. It was just something within me couldn't surrender because it's really part of me, you know. And ever since I was a youth, when I went to stay with my father for the first time in my life, man, that joker told me, cut your hair. And I didn't cut my hair and I was growing locks then. So always, I don't know what it is. Always something spiritual.
So you know what it is? I mean, like I said, we ain't doctors around this joint for real. But that's just me. It's just me thinking, and if I was evaluating the situation and playing devil's advocate here, right? I think that it was a thing of you don't not only like authority, right? But because of your situation from you going through like the TDH stuff and nobody coming to see you, from the lawyer going ahead and railroading you and you're going to do this time. So now you getting all this stuff, and now people coming and trying to tell you what to do, and you went through all that. The thing now you want to stick out your chest like, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than your religion now. You know what I mean? It's an ego thing now. You know what I'm saying?
And that may have played a part. That may have played a part. Like now, I'm too far in now to get out. Because like, there's been times I'm like, man, shit. I'm like, man, shit, I sure with like a cup of noodles, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but be real, you know, like, yeah, but it's like, I'm too far in deep, you know what I'm saying?
He said, this is my out right now, nigga. I got another 20 to go. Like this. Messed up nigga attack me.
Yeah.
Like, you hate to say, I don't even want to say it, man, but you hate to say, like, have you ever said this? God, why you do this to me?
Yeah, I have, man. And I think the hardest part was when I got attacked and had a stroke, it happened like 2 years before I come home. So it was like, to be able to come home like this, man, for the first, I've been home with like 10 years, a little bit over 10 years more now. So when I came home, man, even still now, it's hard to accept the fact this is how I am. And I wouldn't go outside, man. I didn't want to go nowhere. They even come to your 50th anniversary party, man. That's out of the ordinary for me to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because when this first happened, I'm like, it just became not too long ago. I'll go to therapy like to embrace like this is how I'm gonna be.
Was that my first time seeing you?
Yeah, it was your first time.
So cuz said off camera, cuz said off camera, cuz said y'all was treating me
Yeah.
like I couldn't move or something.
Yeah.
Because when I saw because leading up to when I saw you, somebody was trying to tell me, but they couldn't really tell me like cuz here, and what they said was he messed up, right? I don't know what they mean by messed up. You know what I mean? Because they don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they said it, and then I walk over to you, and you ready to move, and then as you getting up, it was like a stumble kind of like.
Yeah.
So now in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, cuz messed up.
Yeah.
That's how we look at it. Oh, cuz messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the word for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I picked you up, right?
Pick me a VIP. Like, yo, I can walk, you know? Yeah. I like he got me the whole club for people picking me up. Like, come on.
Did you tell him after you got there or while you was going?
He picked me up and literally set me down in the chair in the VIP. Said, y'all make sure my cuz got everything. Give him something to drink. Make sure y'all. I'm like, yo, I'm good, y'all. Yeah, but I understood that was love. You know what I'm
Good,
saying?
okay.
Good. I feel I can do that because we was in our underwear together, bro. Like
came from a good place.
Literally.
It came from a good place.
It came from a good
But to
place.
be honest, like I said, man, I wrestle with depression and all that because you know this is a drastic change, man.
Absolutely.
You know, when I used to running and playing sports and stuff like that, and now I got a son, man. It's crazy because my son's 7 years old, and I asked him recently, I was like, yo, because I always go to his school and support and things like that. His little meetings with the teachers. So I said, let me ask you a question. I said, any of your classmates ever ask you why your dad walk like that? He was like, yeah, all the time. And I said, how to make you feel? He said, I don't feel no way. He said, it's just my way to recognize you when I see you there. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So it's love, man. But it's just now I begin to embrace it. And he asked me now, he's 7, but he was like, Dad, what happened? So I just tell him, you know, I had an brain injury. But now recently, you know, I told him I was locked. They'd be like, you was in prison? And I just had a conversation with him like, this is what it is. So I'm
So
just
he
now,
ain't know it.
Nah, he never knew.
Yeah.
But it's just now I'm beginning to embrace it. This is how I am, man, because life's still going. It could be worse, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So at least I'm walking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad we here that we can celebrate this
Yeah.
stuff, man. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Me
And
too.
you're able to tell your story, man. And we, you know, man, like, man, I like, it's so crazy, man. Like, for me to stop doing what I'm doing right now, like, it'll really have to, I don't know. I ain't stopping. Like,
you ain't cutting that beard.
Like, man, listen. Man, I had so much fun. I had so much fun being able to, because I look at it like God is bringing us back together again, doing something positive.
Yeah.
From where we came from, like I said, I make light and joke about it. From starting at TDH, when you first being locked up at, and we both going through our transition, right? To come back together doing this right here. You know what I mean? And him telling me certain stories and stuff he actually been through.
Yeah.
But before I let you go, I'm gonna ask you this question because we also asked, you know, what you want your legacy to be, you know, because we know your lesson. But when you was locked up, and I ended up getting locked up. You was locked up when I ended up getting locked up, right?
Yep.
How did you hear about that? How did you feel about that? Like, what was going on, you know, at the time? Or how much longer did I get locked up from when you get locked up?
It was years. When you got locked up, 2000 what?
9.
Yeah, 2009. So it had been years. I just heard about in the media like Tony locked up. And then I think I seen an article or something like that. Tony locked up. And so the first thing I did, I don't know if you recall, but I was like, man, I know how it is to be locked up. So I got your information and I was writing you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was writing you. I wrote you.
You
Yeah, I
know.
had wrote you. And it's crazy. I had wrote you. And then I know I would have to send it because I would have to send it third party. I forgot who was sending it through. But then when my first day home, I got released in October 2nd, 2014. My first day home, I get a call. I don't know how you got my number, but you call me like, welcome home, cuz, man. You walked that down, man. And you were like, congratulations for being home. And that was it, man. Congratulations for being home.
I gotta get you out of here before you get me to crying some more in this joke, man.
That's real.
Reminded me of this old stuff, man. Because man, it was you know, it was a struggle for us, man. You know what I mean? But I was dead serious, man. And it's so crazy because when you came home 14, invited you in 14, I think I probably wrote you from Fort Dix.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I wrote you from Fort Dix, and I had just knew I was ready to come home in about 3.5 years. You know what I mean? But I still wanted to salute you that you had made it up out of there, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, bro, I love you, cousin.
I do too. And I want to say this before we do it. I always want, and I tell you this all the time, but man, you inspire me, man. I'm proud of you, man, because you turn the negative to a positive. You know what I mean? Because people gonna always be haters or whatever, but you're doing it. But I seen your growth, man, and I respect it to them. That's why when you call me your cuz, you want to come through anytime, man. You know what I mean? I respect what you're doing. I just see the growth in you, man. Even the conversations about God and stuff. Like where we come from, man, it's few success stories, man. So I salute you, man, and I always tell you inspire me. I be like, cuzzo, man, I'm gonna get it like you know what I'm saying? The legal way. So, man, thanks, man. 'Cause you always been there, bro. I appreciate that. So.
Yeah, and I'm gonna continue, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, like with some off camera, because I got some stuff that I'm ready to get into a little public speaking. It's crazy, me public speaking. I've been stuttering my whole life. And that's crazy, still stutter. Like, but I'm gonna do it. I'm ready to go do this criminal justice class coming up soon, and I'm real tight with some people down there in Richmond who gonna connect me with the sheriffs and them down there. So when I go, I'm gonna take you. You'll be the like definitely. I want to take you with me.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? So we can,
Definitely will.
and that'll make me feel, because it'd be my first time even speaking, like and doing that, and just with your story and just ours probably combined and like intertwined. I think it really need to be out there, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
So we definitely gonna do that, man. And y'all keep looking, man. Y'all keep watching out, man. 384 months to Sacrificial Lamb.
Yeah.
Brought to you by. Listen. The joint is a good read. You need to go to Amazon right now. It don't cost much. Oh, and another thing. So I've been finding out that certain, people on YouTube, I'm a little late with this. They be handing their cash up and stuff down at the bottom, trying to get people to come on, help a brother out. Because they be thinking that a person just, got money and making money doing all this. Like, all this stuff, like, costs.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying? Like, studio time, like, all this. Getting stuff edited, like, you know what I'm saying? It come out of pocket. Having guests, you know what I'm saying? Come that, like, you know what I'm saying? So, shoot, like, I'm gonna put my cash out down there. Y'all help a brother out. help a brother out. So
We're
I can pay a
budget
couple
friendly.
bills.
We're budget friendly.
Yeah, it's very budget friendly. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all are like, come on now. I'm telling you. But 308, or go and get the book. 304.
Yep.
384
Or you know what
months.
else they can do? Go to Shopify.
Go to Shopify.
The Convo 757.myshopify.com.
And we about to have new merch and stuff up there. We, because we threw it up there so we can, have some, the coffee mugs and the t-shirts and all that stuff, the Guapito, sweatshirts and stuff. But we, stuff is growing so fast. And you already know, we don't got that many arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, our circle is real tight-knit.
We doing our best.
We doing our best. But that's coming. It's actually being worked on right now. So all that helps. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, 384 months to Sacrificial Lamb. Go and get that book. The conversation. One time. For my cousin.
Thanks, y'all.
Salam. Hey, what's tell them your whole name so they can find you on?
Ras-Solomon Tafari.
What he said.
Yeah. You in the convo now. Yeah. Don't just listen. Welcome to the convo. You lucky even tune in. Southgate raised me. Now I'm talking to the ruins. Built from pain, stitch faith into ambition. Now my words turn broke dreams into commissions. Every scar got a story. Every L was tuition. This the voice of them nights I was wishing. Yeah, the hustle sacred, ain't no superstition. Yeah, I came from them corners where the concrete listen. Every step was a prayer, every flip was a mission. Had to learn early, loyalty don't pay rent, so I married consistency. That's how my days spent. Now I talk like a prophet with receipts in my folder. Life gave me weight, I turned pain into boulders. If you feel lost, pull up a chair and get schooled. I'm the blueprint for broke men. Breaking rules, ain't no fairy tales here, just survivors and checks. I'm the echo of the block mixed with corporate respect. From the gutter to the glow up, God signed the effect. Yeah, you in the convo now. Don't just listen, elevate. You in the convo now. Don't just listen, elevate. Yeah. You in the convo now. Yeah. Don't just listen, elevate. Yeah. You in the convo now. Yeah. Don't just listen, elevate. Yeah. You in the convo now. elevate. Yeah, you in the